Hello, I'm Danny Greaves, and in today's video we're talking about how anxiety can create evolution. Now, what do I mean by this? So when we think about anxiety, it's generally thought of as being unpleasant and quite emotionally taxing, quite emotionally draining. And if you're someone who has had anxiety before, like I did, or if you're someone who's currently experiencing anxiety, then the thought of it being something to stimulate evolution might sound a little bit foreign to you, because I think we all know it can be a really unpleasant experience. But there's a couple of key points when it comes to your experience of anxiety, which can lead you down one of two paths. Now, the key, so the fork in the road, is hope. So when you have anxiety, but you are hopeful that things can change, what tends to happen is the anxiety builds and it creates a sense of urgency. So you experience discomfort, you experience distress, and these feelings, as unpleasant as they are, as they accumulate, they create this urgency that you need to do something about it. You can't keep living like this. Something has to change. Now, if this urgency is combined with hope, then what it generally leads to is you reaching out, taking action, getting some assistance, getting some guidance, and it's that guidance that then leads to your evolution. And then as you continue that evolution 5 years later, you can look back and think, wow, it was those feelings of anxiety that really drove me to the place where I am now. If, however, you're experiencing that feeling of anxiety, but it's with hopelessness. I've had this 20 years. This never seems to change. I've tried talking therapy and it didn't work. And you're in that place of hopelessness. Then what happens, instead of it creating urgency, it creates despair and it creates an apathy. So it creates a lack of motivation, which leads you to stay in the same place where the accumulation still happens. You still have those feelings of, I can't do this, this is impossible, this is challenging. But because you're feeling hopeless, you don't take action. So it leads to that feeling of despair, and if that's with you long enough, you tend to accept it. And when you reach that point of accepting the day-to-day troubles of anxiety, that's a slippery slope to you losing the life that you want and living a life where you're settling for less than you deserve. So if you are someone who's currently experiencing anxiety, see if you can connect to that urgency, but direct it in terms of being hopeful. Imagine who you could be and what you could achieve if you were able to use that urgency and that hope to allow yourself to leave the pains of the past behind and to actually create the life that you want. If you would like some help with that, feel free to reach out, send me a message or add a comment below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.